All right, now guys, please keep quiet. I've gone live. Good morning. This is BCom 6th semester, and yeah, practicing the news bulletin. So over to you, Jack.
Good morning. Good morning, viewers. I am Aryabhata from Exactly Happened News Channels. So today's news are first: export crude slows, imports swells 56%. From our bureau, India's trade deficit swelling to 23.33 billion in May from 6.53 billion a year ago. India's trade deficit swells to 23.33 billion in May from 6.53 billion a year ago as exports grew moderate while exports shrunk. Official data realized on Tuesday showed mercantile exports grew 15.46% year on year to 37.29 billion in May, slower than the 30.7 growth registered in April. Led by the massive 759.6% raise of imports, the country's total import rose 56.40% to 60.62 billion in May, deriving the trade deficits higher. Petroleum products, electronic goods, and ready-made garments of the textiles posted stronger exports growth in May from a year ago. The slow growth in exports in the indications we are set through the time ahead as geographical factors have been playing out, said the industrial representatives. Mahesh Desai, chairman EEPC India, said that in the short and the medium term there are the free of demands slowdown in the advanced economics where cloud politicians dent the ongoing movement. The import of petroleum and the crude oil surged 91.6% to 18.14 billion in May, while those of the coal and the liquid jumped 16.73% to 5.33 billion. Gold import increased to 5.82 billion from 677 million in May in 2021. Thank you. That's all for today.
Coming up next.
Coming up next headlines to the.
Good morning, viewers. I am from Republic News and today's headlines are: Paper scores near total victory in U.S. defamation case against ex-wife Heard. A Virginia jury on Wednesday. A Virginia jury on Wednesday ruled that actor Amber Heard defended ex-husband Johnny Depp in a widely matched.
Okay. Come this side. Start again.
A Virginia jury on Wednesday ruled that actor Amber Heard defamed her ex-husband Johnny Depp in a widely matched 6-week trial and featured explicit and graphic evidence and testimony detailing about the Hollywood couple's close relationship. The jury also ruled in favor of Heard and in some aspect of counsel suit against Depp. Now we see the Depp declared that in a U.S. jury gave him his life back when he's awarded with a near victory in a defamation on a fight with an ex-wife Heard on Wednesday. Juror supported Depp. He claimed that Heard had defamed him, awarded him more than $10 million in damage. Heard won one counter claim that Depp lawyer and defamed her. The jury awarded her $2 million and the duplicate Depp, who lost a libel case against the Sun tabloid in London 2020 for all for calling him a wife beater. Celebrated the spirit victim in the case as a victory. The best is yet to come, and a new chapter has finally begun, he said. A somber heart, he says, her says, downcast listen impacts lively on the verdict was read out in the Clarice country, circuit country. The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. She laid in a statement, I am heartbroken that the mountain of the evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionalities of power, influence, and away from my ex-husband. Their violence against women and is to be taken seriously now. That was the headline of the video.
Next.
Next, I want to call Mr. Rohit from channel BNB. Please come.
And what I suggest you sit down and then read comfortably. You sit down first. Sit down first and then read. Because things may go haywire.
Good morning and welcome everyone. I am from Xinjiang News. The today's news reporting is Depp scores near total victory in jury verdict. Though the jury found that both defamed each other, they ruled in deep favor on all three of his claims. On Wednesday, the 7-person jury in Virginia found that Johnny Depp had found defamed by Amber Heard when she described herself in 2018 opened as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Depp was awarded $15 million. The jury also awarded her $2 million in damage agreeing, and she had been defamed in one instance by a lawyer for Depp. And according to the Heard, she says that this verdict is a setback for women. The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I am heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disappropriate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I am even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a setback. It set back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. And Johnny Depp says that the jury gave me my life back. 6 years ago, my life, the life of my children, the lives of those closest to me, and also the lives of people who for many, many years have supported and believe in me were forever changed. All the blink of an eye. False, very serious and criminal allegations were levied at me via the media, which triggered an endless barrage and hateful content, though no charges were ever brought against me. So when the verdict was going, the Johnny Depp spotted at the UK on the day of the verdict. So that's all. Thank you. I would like to call Arpit Tiwari from.
Coming up next,
I will from Arpit
coming up
Tiwari.
next is more on this.
Coming up next on more on this, I would like to call Arpit Tiwari from
For more updates, I would like to invite.
from Fox News channel.
स्टार्ट करते हैं Good morning everyone, my name is Arpit Tiwari and I am here to present the news on Sidhu Moosewala, who was shot dead on 29 of this month. Punjab government to restore VIP security by June 7. Punjab's AAP government informed the Punjab and Haryana High Court on Thursday that the withdrawal of state security to 434 at-risk individuals, including slain singer rapper Sidhu Moosewala, was transitory, and that guard assigned to all such people would be restored by June 7. The formal statement in the High Court was in response to a petition for former Deputy CM Om Prakash Soni questioning the Bhagwat Man-led government decision to revoke his security detail. Moosewala was fatally shot multiple times while out in his vehicle along with a friend in his native village of Jwarke in Mansa district on May 29, a day after his security was withdrawn. Blamed by many for the Moosewala murder, the state government maintained in that security cover to the 400 odd protectees had been temporarily withdrawn because resource needed to be diverted as part of law and order. The requirements on the anniversary of Operation Blue Star. Security was to be automatically restored on June 7, it said. A sealed report on the controversy was submitted to the bench of Justice Raj Mohan Singh by the government law officer advocate Gaurav Garg Dhuriwala. That's all for today. I'd like to
More updates now.
more updates for Asutosh. Thank you. Sidhu Moosewala.
Good morning, India. This is Astos from the Times of India News. Today's headlines is Environment Week at Nalanda University. Nalanda University is celebrating Environment Week from June 1 to 5th, leading up the World Environment Day on 5th June. Vice Chancellor Professor Sunaina Singh inaugurated the program on Wednesday by planting a tree sapling. Addressing the inaugural event, Professor Singh said, Nalanda University is one of the few pioneering higher education institutions in the world. To envision a net zero campus, sustainability is at the core of our existence. Our efforts in the impact innovation in creating the carbon neutral zone and developing a net zero campus is making Nalanda a role model for others to emulate our endeavor directly. Contributes to the international commitment of achieving net zero emission by 2070. After the inaugural set, addressing the Vice Chancellor, a decision session was conducted on the theme of ideating on creating a sustainable green model university. The students, faculty, and staff members and the alumni actively participated in the decision. The Nalanda University community also took an oath to keep campus environment clean and to adhere a sustainable lifestyle. Recently, the Indo-American Green University Network in USA awarded the Leadership for Net Zero Endeavor Award 2022 to Nalanda University. Vice Chancellor Professor Singh at a function held in New York said, "US the appreciation is for the creation of an exemplary net zero and carbon footprint free green campus that has the ideal energy and water resources management. This campus is 5-star ranked by the Griha Council too." Thanks. Coming up next is Utsav for more news updates. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I am Utsav Raja.
Morning, viewers.
Good morning, viewers. I am Utsav Raja from BBC News. Today, I am going to discuss rupee slips 10 paise to 77.60 against USD. The rupee depreciated by 10 paise to close at 77.60 against the US dollar on Thursday, even as oil prices eased and domestic equities settled on a positive note. At the interbank foreign exchange market, the rupee consolidated in a narrow range. It opened lower at 77.61 against the greenback and settled between 77.63 and 77.54. It finally finished at 77.60, down 10 paise over its previous close of 77.50. The dollar index, which causes the greenback's strength against a basket of 6 currencies, was trading 0.25% lower at 102.24. Global oil benchmark Brent cruise futures fell 2.27% to USD 113.65 per barrel. To following reports that Saudi Arabia is ready to ramp up supplies to fill the shortly fall created by Western sanctions on Russian oil. Rupee continued to trade in a narrow range and volatility remained low despite marginal gains in domestic equities. Dollar rose against its major process after manufacturing PMI came in better than estimate, said Gaurang Somaiya, Forex and Bullion Analyst, Motilal Oswal, Financial Services. Somaiya further said, we expect the USD INR to trade sideways and quote in the range of 77.20 and 77.80. For more further update, I would like to call Rajvi. Abhijit.
Rohit, laptop is full.
नहीं
Okay. You can sit there.
Now, actually, why?
okay.
Hello, my name is Aryabhata University from 18 years, and my topic, my today and I look at some money and approach closing on both buyout. Look at some money and Reliance Industries and US buyout. Okay, Apollo global management are moving ahead to make a fair offer for Walgreen boards and alliances in incomes, industries, and international chemistry and drug units known as boards. Set people in the news. Here, combining bids could come in an early as Friday. They say it was the first to report its April 27 edition that Reliance and Apollo are teaming up for boards. The Reliance Apollo combination chances have improved in recent weeks. 10 people involved in the transaction after Bloomberg report on May 26 that are competing, considering backed by billion years. Esa brothers Moshi and Jugal Esa, who ran a supermarket group Asda and TDR Capital World at a request by Walgreens to increase their offer for the board drug stores. And one of Brilliant-based known retailer, and we are planning to walk away from the competitive base. However, the report also added the ESA brothers led the investor group could still to raise if it can reach a competition on price with board. US parent Walgreens boards alliances, and it's my previous headlines and past to Raj.
Newsroom. We're left with Rajvi. With the laptop. My name is Rajveer, and I am and today's headlines are how our mutual funds are reacting to the angle of HDFC Bank. Given the fact that some investors have exposed to both HDFC banks, and adjustment in their holding is bound to happen, even if some have done it a little more would be required in the coming month. Given this mega manager, it would be the practice sessions have some problems and retakes and rehearsals, but that is just the teething problems. Are we ready for the group activity?
Yes.
Okay. Then let us have the group activity once again, like we did in the last class. And the news, you already know the news. So whatever the news is, who's going to be the person in the studio? What are the headlines? And what are the people? Assign your people, assign their roles. What news they are going to give from which place? All right. Everybody has the news? What are you, Priya? BBA gave 6 Sem. BCA gave 6 Sem. The way it happened in the last class. Priya, please come and give your headlines. And they will have to come up with their own report. One person, one reporter, one report. First of all, you are going to read the headlines. So come here. Over to Priya. Guys, show her the headlines.
Good morning, viewers. I'm Priya Gupta from Exactly Happens News Channels, and today's headlines are: MHA looks must for the Chinese directors in India's course. Meeting Boots applies panels withdraw draft for the revisions. Driving yield may hint at the early end to the rate hikes. German cost turns to the India's as lockdowns hit China's output. May Day for the FMCG's electronics ads demands platters. Now I calls my
Now the news in details.
now the news in details. Now I calls Abhijit.
Not Abhijit, right? You are corresponding from this place. Different
Now-
news have different correspondents.
Yes.
The news headlines you read, there has to be you read 4-5 headlines. With these 4-5 headlines, there has to be person from which place.
Now I connect my correspondents from the Patna. Patna, there is the Abhijit who will give the news headlines.
And Abhijit from Patna is online. So Abhijit, can you hear me? We are not selecting anybody. Our correspondent from Patna, let's get the updates from correspondent from Patna. So yes, Abhijit, can you hear me?
Now I connect Abhijit, the correspondents from the Patna. Now Abhijit, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We are on the FMC product. Made for FMC product. to the refrigerator and the AC was goes fall in 15 percentage, and 16.5 percentage FMCG product. India was inflation in some period. India first moving consumer goods, fast moving consumer goods market value growth in and decline in the 15% from the previous month, and growth 33% sales in the year-on-year basis, and the refrigerator was fell from 16.5%, and then Europe visiting here because inflation are increasing by day by day by the fuel, and it was completed and goes to the Priya who was connected for the moment.
Now I connect to the next correspondent, Ashutosh from.
That's all from now. Back to studios.
That's all for now. Back to studios.
Now I connect to the next.
Let us talk about correspondent from.
Hajipur.
Okay, now from the news from Hajipur. A correspondent is online. Yes. Ashutosh from Hajipur. Can you hear me, Ashutosh? Yeah. When you will wind up, you will say this camera person. That's all from the practice schedule.
Now the next correspondent from the Hajipur. Ashutosh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. I can hear you.
Yes, Priya, I can hear you.
Yes, Priya, I can hear you. Today's headlines are Nalanda Environment Week at Nalanda University. Nalanda University is celebrating Environment Week from June 1 to 5, leading up the World Environment Day on 5th June. Vice Chancellor Professor Sunaina Singh inaugurated the program on Wednesday by planting a tree sapling. Addressing the inaugural event, Professor Singh said, Nalanda University is one of the few pioneering higher education institutions in the world.
Okay, Ashutosh, I'll get back to you. I think you have lost the connections.
Can you hear me?
Okay, Ashutosh, I think we have lost our connections. So I come back to you next. Now I connect to Rohit. Now the correspondent from Bhagalpur. There is the Rohit.
Happy are you getting my voice?
Yes, I can.
I'm not in Bhagalpur, I'm in the medical where the trial is going on Johnny Depp. So you getting my voice?
Yes, I can.
So I am here at where the trial is going on of Johnny Depp. So everyone is celebrating at their victory. Sweets are distributing, and the Johnny Depp won the case against his former wife Amber Heard, and everyone is celebrating. And the former model Naomi said that she is in the favor of the victory of Johnny Depp, and Johnny Depp get the amount of such compensation 115 crore, and Amber Heard get 15.5 crore as compensation. So everyone is celebrating. You getting my voice?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. That's all. And go back. Coming back to the studio.
Back to the studio.
Back to the studio.
Thank you, Rohit, for your news. Now I connect to my next correspondent, Raja.
Now I connect to and next news connect from
Now news from
headlines को बोलते हुए connect करना है. You will have to keep a pen and a paper साथ में बोलो भी रखते हैं.
डायरी
लैपटॉप सामने रखना है। आपको ऐसे अलाउड है, लैपटॉप अलाउड है, फिर आप फिक्स नहीं हो पाएगा सामने। नेक्स्ट न्यूज़ क्या है, हेडलाइन बोल के आप करेक्ट नेक्स्ट न्यूज़।
The next news is Mayday for FMCG's electronics as demand plateaus. Now connect to next correspondent Raja from Bhagalpur.
Are you getting my point here?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So my name is Sem Raja, and I am.
आप my name के बोलिए Sem Raja। आप कोई पॉइंट नहीं बोल रहे हैं, आप बड़ी फ्रेंडली है, लोग बात करते हैं ना, बहुत फ्रेंडली लोग बात करते हो ना। तो यस राजा, व्हाट्स हैपनिंग ओवर देयर? क्या हो रहा है वहां पे?
I am seeing here.
क्या सीन है? What is the scene over there? So you have to be a little informal.
I am seeing here. Electronic products are fall down because what we can see there is more humidity in the air, and hotness is also increases, but sales of refrigerators, AC, and also demand decreases. I don't know why it is happening in this so much hotness in the so much
Are you reading it or are you making it up?
making it.
then making
Read it. There are a lot of grammatical errors.
India's fast-moving consumer goods market's value growth fell in 16.5% sequentially in money compared to the previous month, signaling reduced consumer spends on daily essentials due to rising prices across products. Now back to the studio.
Back to the non-material facts, Raja.
Thank you, Raja, for your details or updates. Now that's all for the today's news. We continue it.
That's all for now. So coming up next, do that 10.
That's all for now. We coming up with the next news from 10.
Coming up, the next news. Suna karo good news. Keep on listening. If you want to excel, listen. All the English channels. Work on your speaking skills. All of you need to listen to the news in English. वो लोग एक खास तरह के टर्म बोलते हैं, उसी टर्म को आपको बोलना है। जो 2-3-4 दिन सुनेंगे ना, एग्जैक्ट पिच समझ में आ जाएगा कि कैसे बोलना है। If you speak like them, listen to them first.